Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in the United States for a two-day visit, his first since the US President Donald Trump began his second term in January. Now, upon his arrival at the Blair House, the President's guest house, where he will be staying, Prime Minister Modi received a warm welcome from the members of the Indian-American diaspora. In fact, despite freezing temperatures and rain, the community gathered outside cheering with chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Vande Mataram and Modi Modi while waving the Indian and American flags. Asha Jadeja, a member of the Indian diaspora, and in fact has said that this is going to be one of the most impactful visits India will ever have with the United States.
Interest in Washington, D.C. is, of course, to influence U.S.-India policy. I'm very keen on making sure that we have solid partnerships ratified on ISET, Quad, IMEC, and stuff like that. Now, you just asked me about what I think of the visit here. I think this is going to be one of the most pivotal, one of the most unprecedented, one of the most impactful visits India will ever have with the U.S. And the reason for that is because my understanding right now is that Trump's statements on having a permanent presence in Gaza. Gaza is just a start, but a permanent presence in the Middle East is a paradigm shift.
Next up was the Prime Minister's meeting with the US Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. In fact, Prime Minister held a meeting with Tulsi in Washington, D.C. and in fact also discussed various aspects of India-US friendship. Prime Minister Modi posted pictures of his meeting with the US Director of Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, calling her a quote-unquote strong votary of India-US friendship. He in fact took to platform X and wrote a tweet. I'm going to quote the lines here. They met USA's Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard in Washington, D.C., congratulated her on her confirmation, discussed various aspects of India-USA friendship, of which she's always been a strong votary. Now, Prime Minister Modi is all set to meet Donald Trump later today for high-stakes discussions on many topics like trade, investment, defense, energy, technology and immigration. He's the fourth leader, remember, who has been hosted by Donald Trump within the weeks of his second-term inauguration, following Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and Jordan's King Abdullah II. Now, Prime Minister Modi is also likely to meet National Security Advisor of the United States Mike Waltz, United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Tesla Motors CEO and close advisor to the President Elon Musk and politician Vivek Ramaswamy.
We are so excited to be here. We have people who are on crutches and they've braved this great winter and the snow.
Modi ji,
We're so excited to welcome Modi ji to America.
because I am a die-hard fan of Modi ji and I really admire what he's doing for our country, for India, and also today he's going to have some kind of, a favorable dialogue with President Trump. So we are here to support him.
We are waiting for Modi ji. I'm a big fan of Modi ji and he's the best leader. So we are here waiting for him and we are looking forward to see him.
Let's take the chat forward. What's in the bag for India and USA as far as their friendship is concerned? We are being joined by Vilas Jambula from New Jersey. He's a community leader of USA and NRI Cell Telangana State Joint Convener. We are being joined by Ravinder Gadamapalli from Washington, D.C. from Republican Party and candidate for Wake Republican Party Vice Chair. In fact, we are also being joined by Ravi Lothumalla from Dallas. He's an activist. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here on News9. A very good morning from me, but a very good evening to all of you. Ravi, let me come first to you. And let's speak about this friendship that India and USA share and of course the much discussed bonhomie between Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi. This time around it's going to be even more crucial. We have a lot of an array of topics to be there on the table as far as the discussion between both the leader are concerned. But how important exactly is it going to be?
So actually this is going to be a very historic meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Donald Trump. First and foremost, the most important thing is these both the leaders are meeting up to have their own agendas in terms of President Trump saying that MAGA, Make America Great Again, and Prime Minister is always pitching for Make India. So these are the two things, and there are a lot of bilateral ties as well as bilateral discussions, including trade, immigration, education, defense, and all those things. I'm sure that this conversation is going to be wonderful, and both the countries are going to be beneficial. And especially in immigration, yes, there is a lot of hue and cry, but we have to understand on the ground realities that uh, when there is equality, and absolutely things are going to be good for both the countries.
So you are being quite affirmative about this particular meeting. Let me come to you, Ravinder, and let's speak about this very aggressive, deportation thing that has been happening. We know that 104 Indians have been sent back to India. We already saw the chatter about it also. Do you think the conversation which will pan out between both the leader is going to give some sort of respite on that immigration policy, specifically from the Indian angle?
Is it me?
Yeah, Ravinder, it was for you.
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to say hello to all the panelists here, Vilas and Ravinder and Sakshi. Welcome. Welcoming Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister of India to the United States to meet our great President of United States of America. And I'm hoping that this relationship, bilateral relationship, will go strong. And it's a warm welcome to the Mr. Modi. Okay, and coming to the immigration perspective and illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants from India, already the Prime Minister, the day itself, the President has taken the office on January 20th. The Prime Minister has called President and they talked to each other and Jaishankar, Foreign Minister Jaishankar is also mentioned about what is going to happen, how they are going to handle the illegal immigrants receiving part of India. Okay, unfortunately, there was some situations happened. There is a handcuffs and shackling, and those are the things are not big matter. Okay, and when we are looking at the bigger picture. Okay, but coming into the current illegal immigrants resides in the country. Okay, so these are all the process of sending, not just in India or Latin Americans or whatever the countries. Okay, whoever is illegal, it is the part of American process. That is the promise which made by our president, Mr. Donald Trump. According to the process, we have to keep the promises which we have given to the people. So in this process, we are sending all the illegal immigrants from the United States. That is the biggest promise we are keeping it. Okay. In this process, maybe some kind of disputes may be arised by tomorrow talks. But I'm hoping that definitely Mr. Modi will not open the dialogue for illegal immigrant thing, because there are many things on the table to discuss it. Coming to the investment part, coming to the trade part, coming to the tariffs, coming to the nuclear energy power, coming to the defense things, and coming to the Indian-Pacific relationships, and coming to the Chinese expansionism. And these are the many topics are there onto the table to talk. Okay, this illegal immigrants is very simple, very, very minute thing when thinking about a democratic countries are sitting together. Okay, so that is, I am hoping that every person is in this country that this relationship, the Modi is the one who is a third-time Prime Minister of India, and President Trump is making America great again, who is on the power second time with the people's immense power he came into it. Okay, this discussion is going to be a world's topic. So definitely illegal immigration is not the matter.
Interestingly, that you are saying that this might not even come on the table as far as the dialogue between two leaders are concerned. But Vilas, let me come to you with the question of trade and the market that Ravinder has already touched upon. Let's speak about those tariffs and the threats coming in. From the Indian picture, what are the discussions that are going to be on the table, and how beneficial is it going to be in terms of the tariffs which are going to be imposed by the Trump administration?
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi, and thank you, panel team, and good morning to India and good evening for America. and welcome Modi ji to USA, Washington DC. We are eagerly waiting, and the reality came. And congratulations to US President Trump, and now welcoming to the Indian Prime Minister. Yeah, definitely trade and tariff negotiations. Discuss reducing tariffs on Indian goods and resolving the trade disputes. That's the main topic for this one. And there are strengthening bilateral relations, enhance diplomatics and ties between India and the US. That is more important. And technology sharing, business partnership, and other energy security, and countering China's influence. My friend already Ravi mentioned strengthening strategic partnership in the Indo-Pacific. So these bilateral relations is very important, and there are two biggest countries. Democratic countries, India and US. So meeting the President and Prime Minister of India, Modi ji. So this is a very good news, and this is these results will fruitful, and employment and other things will come to the matter. So initial days, Trump is saying that America first. So Modi ji is saying that India make in India and everything. So it's a win-win situation for both countries, bilateral, and biggest is the democratic countries. Two nations are waiting, and all the people are very eagerly waiting for the good news. And as mentioned, Ravi, that is a true. Illegal means, see, wherever the news comes, I know the Indian more people are upgrading the situation, but the fact is who are legally coming. So from the visa, they are taking the positive, they are coming. Students and parents and H1B visa, all people, L1, L2, all immigrants are coming properly. They don't have any issue. Here also the problem is who are illegal, who cross the border, and especially the problem is who are doing criminal activities. Those are the target for Trump, not for regular people who are coming regular. See, if any visa is expiring, you have to leave the country. That is anywhere, this is a process of America, anywhere. The problem is who are illegally staying and they are doing criminal activities, they need to go back. Who is any country. So he is not targeting one country. He's saying politely, and he's in an announcement of the elections also, he announced properly, who are illegal, I will send to back. So the thing is only afraiding our people, the Indian community. So no need to afraid this, and this is a good news come. So this is a table, and may come, may not come. But already Jaishankar ji, when Jaishankar ji came on the ceremony for the Trump, so he mentioned clearly. So it's a bilateral, it's a good thing. And also Jaishankar ji mentioned clearly in the situation when it comes. So the good news is, if you observe, Indian Prime Minister never visits swearing in ceremony. Instead of Jaishankar ji was sent to behalf of Bharat. We all know how much high importance was given to our external minister Jaishankar ji. So this Modi and Trump are very good friends. In fact, Trump always praised Modi's leadership compared to the Democrats. I mean, we are not differentiating with the Democrats or any parties, but just stating the tariffs will be discussed in this trip. Modi also emphasized AI in France trip. Everyone knows France president came out of the and way to send off Modi after the AI summit. Now Trump also is giving more good relationship with Trump and Modi. So it is good for nations, both nations. Thank you, Sakshi.
Yes, please stay on with us. We are being joined by our colleague Manish Jha. Also, he is joining us live straight from Washington, D.C. Manish, again, a good morning from me and a good evening to you. Please tell us what exactly is happening there on the ground, the kind of rousing, welcome the Prime Minister has received specifically for Donald Trump's second tenure this time around. किस तरीके से उनका स्वागत किया गया, क्योंकि हमने ऑलरेडी वीडियोस देखे, मोदी मोदी लोग चैंट कर रहे हैं, काफ़ी खुश हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी आए हैं उनके देश में.
देखिए, इसके बावजूद कि बर्फबारी हो रही है, ऊपर से बारिश भी हो रही है, लेकिन अगर मैं ये कहूं कि पॉलिटिकल टेम्परेचर काफी बढ़ा हुआ है तो दैट वुड नॉट बी रॉन्ग. सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि टीवी 9 की टीम इस वक्त आपको दिखाना चाह रही है कि अभी क्या हो रहा है और इसका असर क्या होने वाला है. उस वक्त जब न्यूज़ 9 के हमारे तमाम ऑडियंस अभी सोकर उठे होंगे, उन्हें नहीं अंदाजा होगा कि बीते कुछ घंटों में दुनिया कितनी बदल चुकी है। तो इसका नज़ारा हम कैमरे के जरिए ही दिखाना चाहते हैं। आप मेरे पीछे जो देख रहे हैं ये ब्लेयर हाउस है, जहां पर कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी अभी ठहरे हुए हैं, और इसके ठीक सामने जो आप व्हाइट कलर की बिल्डिंग देख रहे हैं वही व्हाइट हाउस है। मतलब 200 मीटर का फासला है। तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि यही ब्लेयर हाउस में राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप ओथ लेने से पहले मैं अपनी पत्नी मिलानिया ट्रंप के साथ ठहरे थे। ये प्रेसिडेंट का ऑफिशियल गेस्ट हाउस है और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को यहीं ठहराया गया है। दूसरी बात यह है कि अब जबकि मोदी और ट्रंप की मीटिंग होगी, उससे पहले जिस तरीके से ट्रंप और पुतिन की बातचीत हुई है, जिस तरह से ट्रंप ने पुतिन को वॉशिंगटन आने का न्योता दिया और जिस तरह से ट्रंप ने कहा कि वो मॉस्को जाएंगे, ऐसे हालात में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी की भूमिका इस ग्लोबल ऑर्डर में काफी इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है। और अब जानकार इस बात को कह रहे हैं कि जिस तरीके से आप कहें तो ग्लोबल ऑर्डर की रीशेपिंग हो रही है, तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि एक एक्सिस बन रहा है मोदी, ट्रंप और पुतिन की, यानी 3 मस्कीटियर्स यहां पर दिख रहे हैं। और इन सब का कॉमन एक जो आप कहें कि चैलेंज है वो है चीन की घेराबंदी करना। और देखिए, जब ट्रंप और पुतिन ने बात की तब उन्होंने कहा कि अगेन ये समय आ गया है जब सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर की तरह एक बार फिर रशिया और यूएस साथ आ जाए। तो आखिर रशिया और यूएस किसके लिए साथ आएंगे, और फिर जब साथ आएंगे तो उसमें भारत की क्या भूमिका होगी। तो आज जब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी और प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप की मुलाकात होगी तो न केवल इंडिया और यूएस के बायलैटरल रिलेशनशिप और उससे संबंधित जो इश्यूज हैं, चाहे वो इमिग्रेशन का हो, H1B वीजा का हो, या फिर ग्रीन कार्ड का हो, या दूसरे और डिफेंस डील की हो, लेकिन इन सब से अलग जो एक ग्लोबल ऑर्डर की बात है, जो इंडो पैसिफिक में चीन की दादागिरी को रोकने की बात है, उसको लेकर चर्चा होगी। और जो बात आज तक आप और हम सोच नहीं सकते थे। जरा सोचिए, 1 महीने पहले क्या आप कल्पना कर सकते थे कि प्रेसिडेंट पुतिन अमेरिका आएंगे, लेकिन वही मुल्क अमेरिका है, वही व्हाइट हाउस है, बस प्रेसिडेंट केवल चेंज हो गया। बाइडेन की जगह ट्रंप आए, ट्रंप ने पुतिन से बात की, ट्रंप ने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को यहां बुलाया, और आज की तारीख में अगर आप देखिए तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी इज द ओनली हेड ऑफ स्टेट who is talking to President Putin, President Zelensky, President Macron and President Trump. So you can imagine that what India is going to play in the global order.
Absolutely, Manish. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of those details straight from outside of the Blair House, of course, where Prime Minister Modi is currently staying. I would like to thank all of our guests, Ravi, Ravinder and Vilas, for joining us early this morning according to the Indian Standard Time and putting your perspective across, of course. Let's take a look at all of the visuals that we have collected straight from the ground when Prime Minister Modi came to Washington, D.C. and received a rousing welcome as well from the